Good morning, guys. Let's try and get this in one take today because it's before school and yesterday was crazy, so I didn't get to record my lesson for today. All right, so I'm going to be going over the PowerPoint with you guys this morning or this afternoon about what is FFA, what is it included. You've done a lot on your own, but I want to make sure that I hit some high notes, some things that I'll try and make a big deal of it if I know that it's on the test. And then there are some other stuff or other items that I want to share with you guys that I just feel is important as a FFA member, or especially a Georgia FFA member, that you know. Okay. All right. So we've talked about what FFA is. Up until the name change, it stood for Future Farmers of America, but it is an organization for students interested in agriculture, right? And agriculture is just about anything. So we've talked about the three-circle model. It's probably going to be on the test. FFA, classroom, SAE. Okay, those three things. And one of the activities that you get to do on the choice board is creating a three-circle model. Knowing the instruction, we've talked about this. It includes anything in the classroom, and hopefully what you learn in the classroom, you can use to increase the other two areas. Okay. All right, FFA is the leadership component. Remember, it's the largest student-led organization. In Georgia, we have over 75,000 FFA members. Georgia is the third largest state association. We're number 3. We're behind Texas and California, or California, then Texas. Okay? All right. Your SAE is a supervised agriculture experience. It's based on a job, what you want to do when you grow up. It's giving you the opportunity to gain experience in an area. Okay. You can also win money, win awards. We have students each year that compete with their applications. Going back over the mission statement, FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agriculture education. It's going to be on the test. Maybe I can do some, I was hoping like I could make some flashy lights, but I'll just do my hands. All right. So these are our 3 pillars: premier leadership, personal growth, career success. It's on here twice, so I bet that it's on the test. All right. So these are some areas that fall in each of those. So action, relationship, your vision, your character, your awareness, being a continuous improver. Mr. Church tells us teachers all the time that he wants us to be better today than we were yesterday. And so that's continuous improvement. All right. Our personal growth is our physical growth, social growth, professional, mental, emotional, and spiritual, just growing as a person. All right. Our career success is being a better communicator, being an effective decision maker, flexibility, adaptability. You guys are being so super flexible and adaptable in this situation. That is a wonderful example of being forward thinking, and making sure that you have some technical and functional skills in agriculture. All right, going back over the FFA motto: learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve. And I'm going through this pretty quickly, so you can go back over it if you need to. So some opportunities: you get the opportunity to be a leader. And oftentimes in careers these days, like that's something that employers are looking for, are leaders. You get the opportunity to travel normally. Sorry, COVID has really stunk it up for us this year. We travel within the United States, internationally, and then we travel, like last summer we were supposed to go to Ireland, but it got pushed back to this summer. So hopefully we'll get to do that. You can earn more money. You can be part of a team. You get to participate in community service. You learn what it's like to be successful. Morning. How to make positive choices. And of course, FFA is fun. It's close to my heart. So going back to where it started. Yesterday, you watched the video about Smith-Hughes. In 1917, the Smith-Hughes Act was passed. It's also known as the National Vocational Education Act. Smith and Hughes were both congressmen from Georgia. I told some of my classes this yesterday, but I want to make sure I told all my students. Smith Hughes. Okay, so Hoke Smith and Dudley Hughes, both from Georgia. One was a senator, one was a representative. If you go on the University of Georgia's campus, there's a building named after them. They are a big deal. Okay, this act not only established ag ed, but it kind of gave structure to vocational education. Before this happened, most of the time when you went to school, you did reading, writing, and arithmetic. Okay, that's all you did. You didn't have home ec, you didn't have business, you didn't have technology, you didn't have ag. And so this act gave towards that. 1928 is when 33 farm boys met in Kansas City, Missouri at the Baltimore Hotel, and they formed the National FFA organization. Dues were 10 cents. It kind of formed or started because Henry Grosclose, he's going to be on the test, the father of FFA, started Future Farmers of Virginia. And so in 1928, they felt like, hey, we need a national organization that is similar and modeled after Future Farmers of Virginia. All right, so going over some first people, this is also an thing on your choice board. Charles Homer Lane, he was the first national FFA advisor. Henry Grosclose, he's the father. It says first national treasurer and secretary, but I want you to know that he was considered the father of FFA. Grosclose, father of FFA. All right, Harry Oscar Simpson was the founder of Young Farmers, which is the adult component of FFA, which doesn't make a lot of sense because you don't have to be young or a farmer to be a part of it, but whatever. Harvey Owen Sargent was the co-founder of New Farmers of America. And remember that New Farmers of America was for the black males and Future Farmers was for white males. No ladies at this point. G.W. Owens also founded the New Farmers of America. J.R. Thompson was the first national NFA advisor, and David Simmons was the first NFA president. All right, so we talked about the FFA Creed. It was written by Ian Tiffany. He was an ag teacher from Wisconsin. EM stood for Irwin Milton. I know Tiffany's like a girl name, but it is in fact a male because remember, prior to 1969, girls were not allowed in FFA. Thank you. All right, we talked about the jacket yesterday. It is the most recognized symbol of FFA. It's been around for 87 years. Okay, big deal. Allows members to be on an even playing field when we participate in stuff. All of our members look the same. It's kind of like the military garb that you see, like the uniform that military members use. Okay. It started in Fredericktown, Ohio. We watched that yesterday, and it's still held there. All FFA jackets are still hand sewn, like in the video. More than 66,000 jackets are sold each year. So still a big deal. We talked about official dress a little bit. It includes the jacket, a scarf for females, jacket, scarf, white shirt, black skirt or pants, pantyhose, and black shoes. For males, it's the same thing, except for black socks instead of pantyhose and black pants. All right, New Farmers of America started in 1927. It actually started before Future Farmers of America. Its colors were black and gold, and its background emblem was a cotton boll. And it was very similar, and they had the same goals, the same mission, but remember segregation, so they couldn't be in the same organization. All right, the two organizations merged in 1965. That's when a lot of things became desegregated. But at this point, girls were still not allowed in FFA. Here is a copy of the New Farmers of America's Creed. In 1969, women, the ladies, were allowed to be, these two dates are important. 1965, NFA, FFA merge, it's going to be on the test. 1969, girls in FFA, it's gonna be on the test, okay? The first female national FFA officer was Julie Smiley out of Washington State. Now, ladies, we actually hold more than half of the leadership positions in the FFA organization. In 1988, on the test, we changed the name, okay? We changed the name from Future Farmers of America to the National FFA organization because National FFA was forward thinking and they realized that not all students wanted to be farmers. You guys are 3 and 4 generations removed from the farm. Okay. So that means like your great grandparents may or may not have been farmers. And so with that, National FFA was like, you know what? There are a lot of other things in the area of agriculture that are just as vital as farming. Okay. So convention locations, it was held from 1928 for 71 years in Kansas City, Missouri. There's a placard in downtown near the Baltimore Hotel where it was held. And then it moved to Louisville, Kentucky in 1999, and it stayed there until 2005. And then in 2006, it went to Indianapolis. And then starting in 2013, they try to do like a rotating thing. And I told some of you yesterday or the day before that it's now in Indianapolis. And the reason why is because Louisville couldn't build enough hotels to keep up with us. And so the National FFA Convention is over 70,000 FFA members converging on Indianapolis with a sea of blue jackets, like the coolest thing you've ever seen. And it's held at Lucas Oil Stadium. If you know anything about football, that's where the Colts play. It is awesome. It was for a long time held in Bankers Fieldhouse. And if you know anything about basketball, that's where the Pacers play. And so in a week in October, and literally National FFA takes over the city of Indianapolis. You can't look somewhere during National FFA Convention and not see an FFA member. You cannot go into a restaurant without seeing an FFA member. It is so awesome. So if you ever get the chance to travel there, I highly encourage it. And so this is a breakdown of convention locations. I do need you to remember, because it's on the test, the National Convention is currently held in Indianapolis, Indiana. All right, going back through the emblems. So we have 3 structures in FFA, or like levels, I guess. You have our local level, which is like Eastside FFA. And you have state, which is Georgia FFA, and then you have the national level. So we talked about that a little bit yesterday. Just as a reminder, the FFA colors on the test: national blue to represent the nation. It's the same color blue as the American flag, and corn gold, because we know that corn can be grown in all 50 states. Now, I told some of the classes, and I don't know if I told all of them, that if you take a second and look around you, just take a second and look around you for a brief moment, and you will notice all the different shades of blue. And so if you were to go to a paint store and tell the paint guy, hey, I need some blue paint, he's going to be like, okay, do you want turquoise? You want sky blue? You want national blue? You want navy blue? You want royal blue? You want baby blue? What kind of blue you want? There's like a million blues. So if you go to the paint store and say, I want national blue paint, there's actually a color that is national blue paint. It is just like John Deere green and John Deere yellow. Okay, it is a color. Oh, that's crazy, like in your crayons. All right, so most organizations have some kind of symbols. And then, so the National FFA is very similar. We have a symbol, and we keep talking about it because it's probably going to be on the test. Just a reminder. All right, so the background of the emblem is the corn. Remember, I told you you hold a corn cob in your hand. Then you have and corn stood for unity, all 50 states. The rising sun is a symbol of progress. Then the plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. And then the eagle is our connection to America or freedom. The owl is knowledge and wisdom. And then the words are symbolize that it is an intercurricular organization. They go together. Can't have one without the other. All right. So talking about degrees. All right. So the first one that you could get, but you don't have to get, is the discovery degree. And the discovery degree is only for middle school students. So if you went through Indian Creek last year and you were an FFA, you probably got your discovery degree. COVID, You might not have actually received it, but you got it, okay? Like, unfortunately though, like Cousins or the theme school doesn't have an FFA program. So that's why you don't have to have the discovery degree to get the next degree. The next one is your green hand degree. Most of you guys, I would say 98% of you will get your green hand degree at the conclusion of this year, okay? Your chapter FFA degree, you get at the end of your second year in FFA, which is typically either your 10th or your 11th grade. And then your state FFA degree is the degree that you get when you are a junior or senior. And some of the requirements for that, you have to have 250 SAE hours. That's why I start when you're in your first year doing 20 hours each semester. So you have a 40 at the end of the year. So hopefully by the time you're a junior or senior, you have enough to get your state degree. And then the final one is your American FFA degree. This is the highest award that an FFA member can get. Only 10% of FFA members ever achieve the American degree award. It's a big deal, okay? Big deal. All right. And that's like on the, you go to national convention to get that. All right. So types of membership. The first type, this is on the quiz. Did I mention this is on the quiz? This is on the quiz. All right. So active. If you are in FFA, you're an active FFA member. Collegiate, kind of sounds like college. It's when you're in college. Alumni is for former FFA members or supporters of the organization. So for example, if a senior graduated last year, they're an alumni of Eastside High School, and they also can participate in the FFA alumni and supporters. The final one is honorary. An honorary FFA member is someone that has helped or provided service or has been a great asset, and they are given the award, like it's an award, it's bestowed upon them. So like, for example, Mr. Chur is an honorary member of the Eastside FFA chapter, okay? 4 types of membership. All right, so this is the code of ethics. I will let you read that on your own. And it's just kind of the backbone of our organization. Some other additional information that I want to tell you about. I told you about Smith and Hughes. They're both from Georgia. So that may be a bonus question on the test. Okay. Then James Woodard is the National FFA Advisor. And a cool fact about James Woodard is he's actually from Georgia too. And he actually started the Career Academy here in Newton County. So he's got a lot of connections to Covington. I'm friends with him. That's like my claim to fame, right? And then, so that may be on the test, not that he's from Georgia, but his name is James Woodard. Our state FFA advisor, remember we talked about this, is Billy Hughes. And then Georgia FFA is the 3rd largest state association, okay? We're a big deal. So, all right, so we'll keep talking on. There's a quiz next week. Quizzes are going to work a little differently. We'll explain it next week. But don't worry, I have faith in you, and all of you should make a good grade. And if you don't, I don't know. I'll be sad. So don't do bad. But we're gonna study and play some games next week. It'll be weird. And I get to see most of you guys next week, which I'm super excited about. So, all right, moving on. I hope you have a great day. As a reminder, if you need anything, you can email me. I'm not scary. Or message me.